International reaction to the president's tariff announcement has been almost universally negative. Correspondent Rich Edson is at the State Department tonight with that part of the story.
International markets, businesses, and allies met proposed tariffs on steel and aluminum immediately and harshly.
We should take this very seriously.
A trade war would be in nobody's interest.
The EU will react firmly and commensurately to defend our interests.
That reaction's already in the works. Reuters reports the European Union is considering a 25% tariff on about $3.5 billion in U.S. imports if President Trump follows through on his plan to hit steel and aluminum imports with substantial tariffs.
You can identify products that will theoretically hurt us and not them, and I think countries, particularly the Europeans, are good at doing that.
And European officials are reportedly considering tariffs on Wisconsin cheese and Harley-Davidsons made in Speaker Paul Ryan's district, bourbon, a staple from Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell's home state, Kentucky, and orange juice, an export of the swing state of Florida. Much of the United States imported steel and aluminum arrives from Canada. Its Minister of Foreign Affairs says, quote, "It is entirely inappropriate to view any trade with Canada as a national security threat to the United States. Canada will take responsive measures to defend its trade interests and workers." And the country the U.S. has long criticized for its trade practices.
They are full of prejudice, discrimination, and hostility to China. This is a new version of the China threat theory.
The Vice Secretary General of the China Iron and Steel Association bluntly stated, quote, "What an extremely stupid move. A desperate attempt by Trump to pander to his voters, which I think, in fact, runs counter to his America First pledge. The U.S. is now setting a very, very bad example." While global stocks sink in response to the proposed tariffs, Europe's largest home appliance maker, Sweden's Electrolux, says it will delay a $250 million investment in Tennessee, citing expected increases in the price of steel. President Trump announced his tariff policy as the United States, Mexico, and Canada renegotiate NAFTA, the massive North American free trade agreement. And there are now concerns that these new tariffs could further complicate already difficult negotiations. Brett?
Rich Edson, live at the State Department. Rich, thanks.